Next.
Just how strong is God of Destruction Beerus in Dragon Ball Super? Can we even say at this point? This is a decently complicated question to answer because Dragon Ball Super has done a fantastic job of making Beerus this forever moving goalpost in the series. At the beginning of Dragon Ball Super, they really made it seem like Super Saiyan God was closer to Beerus' power than it actually is, but as we've seen over the years, it wasn't until Goku first achieved Ultra Instinct that Beerus even gave a reaction to their power. And even when it comes to Ultra Instinct, it's already been confirmed by Whis that Beerus has been training and has experience with this technique, although he hasn't mastered it yet. Honestly, I think if Black Frieza doesn't at least truly give Beerus a challenge at this point, then he definitely is just this convenient bar to keep moving whenever the story calls for it. Just how strong is
What's something only kids who grew up poor would understand? When I was in 3rd grade, our teacher announced we'd be going on a field trip to the Science Museum. The room lit up with excitement. Kids started chatting about what they'd see, what they'd bring, who they'd sit next to on the bus. Everyone was thrilled, except me. I knew what field trips meant. It meant permission slips with price tags. This one was $15. That might not sound like much, but to us, it was grocery money. I didn't need to ask my mom. I already knew she couldn't afford it. Still, I brought the form home. It was what you did. I handed it to her without saying a word and went to my room. Later that night, I found her sitting at the kitchen table, staring at the permission slip like it was a bill she couldn't pay. She sifted through unopened mail, bills, collection notices, late fees, silently doing the math in her head. After a long pause, she looked at me and said, "I'll figure it out, baby." I knew what that meant. She'd skip meals, walk to work instead of taking the bus, buy the cheap cereal instead of the kind we liked. Figure it out always meant a quiet kind of sacrifice. She never complained. She just adjusted. The next day at school, Ms. Wilson asked who hadn't turned in their slips. I raised my hand, along with 2 other kids. She sighed and said to stay after class. When the bell rang and the others filed out, she asked the first 2 why they hadn't brought theirs. They mumbled something about forgetting. Then she turned to me. I swallowed hard. "My mom doesn't have the money right now," I whispered. Her expression softened instantly. The teacher mask came off, and for a second, she just looked like someone who understood. She didn't say much, just nodded and thanked me for being honest. Then she walked the other 2 kids to the hallway. When she returned, she handed me a sealed envelope. "Give this to your mom," she said gently. That night, my mom opened it at the kitchen table. Inside was a simple note. "Congratulations. Your child has won a spot on our field trip through a random classroom drawing. No payment is needed. We're so excited to have them join us." There was no drawing. My mom knew it. I knew it. She stared at the note for a while, then folded it carefully, almost like it was something sacred. She didn't say anything, just wiped her eyes and wrote a thank you note. I tucked it into my backpack the next morning. I went on the trip, rode the bus, ate lunch with my friends, walked through exhibits and watched a science show and laughed, pretended not to know what that envelope had really been. Years later, after I became a teacher myself, I found out the full story. Ms. Wilson had been covering field trip costs out of her own pocket for years. Dozens of random winners, always 1 or 2 each trip. Never announced, never acknowledged, not even the principal knew. She just did it quietly, because she remembered what it felt like to be the kid who couldn't go. Now, I keep an envelope in my desk labeled Field Trip Fund. It's just a few bills at a time. Sometimes I slip in a 20, sometimes a little more when I can. I don't advertise it, but it's there, ready to make sure one of my kids never has to raise their hand when the class is buzzing with excitement and say, "I forgot," when what they really mean is, "We can't." Because if you grew up poor, you know the hardest part isn't
Dead Rails just updated, and now you can tame.
He wrote all of that down in that notebook? Yeah. Holy sh! Everyone at the school knew about Eli. Not because he was loud or popular. It was just the opposite, actually. You see, Eli was just off. He wore the same hoodie every single day, carried one of those tiny spiral notebooks in his back pocket, and he was always scribbling in it during class. Like maybe mid-lecture, he would just pause, start writing in this thing, and then he would stop, snap it closed, and stare ahead like nothing happened. Now, people assumed it was a sketchbook or he was writing stories or something, but the rumors started flying pretty quick. Some kids thought it was a hit list. Others thought he was writing creepy fan fiction. It got to a point where a teacher actually pulled him aside to ask him about it. Eli just said, "It's nothing bad, I just like to keep track of things." And for a while that was enough, until someone found one of the notebooks. It fell out of his pocket during gym class. Oh my god. Yo, Steven, is that what I think it is? Yup. And yeah, it wasn't a hit list, but it was weird. He had pages dedicated to different people. Not in a creepy way, more like stats. Stuff like, Jamie asks to borrow a pencil 3 times a week. Mr. Grant pretends he doesn't see phones on desks. Cafeteria, chicken sandwich rotation is every 6 days. It was like he was documenting the entire school. Patterns, routines, habits, everything. And the weirdest part, he was right. Everything he wrote down was dead on accurate. He had memorized the school's entire system and everybody in it. After that, people stopped making jokes, because anytime somebody wanted to know something, like what day pizza was coming back, when Mr. Grant gave pop quizzes, what the fire drill schedule looked like, they didn't ask the office or the teachers. They asked Eli. So yeah, he wasn't a problem. He was a database. He wrote all of that.
He was heading in that direction, screaming and yelling. Buck naked. Oh, what's this thing? Hey, you got it wrong. I know how this looks, but I'm not one of the Paradisers.
You're a terrible liar.
Don't be stupid! Look at me!
I don't really need to. With that bald head, there's no denying it.
Really, take a good look at me! I'm the guy who's out being a hero for fun! I'm not a
Never
villain!
heard of you.
Oh, I see.
I don't care who you are. I can't let you simply walk away.
You just want to try out those honed and perfected moves on me. I can tell by that innocent smile of yours.
What do you think of this speed that breaks the sound barrier? Can you even see me?
Can I go home?
Bastard! Wing blade kick!
Checkmate. He was heading in that direction, screaming and yelling.
I was a Disney mascot performer. Here's the horror I faced on my final shift. The job requirements for this gig were laughably simple. Honestly, I think a brain-dead monkey could have done it. Stand around for hours in a sweltering, oversized costume, wave at tourists, take pictures, and most importantly, don't scare the kids. It seemed like the perfect summer side hustle before heading back to college in the fall. Easy money, right? Wrong. My summer as a Disney character performer didn't just almost ruin my life. It nearly ended it, and I'm not being dramatic when I say this could have happened to anyone in that role. I wasn't special. I wasn't reckless. I was just in the wrong place at the wrong damn time. I played Goofy. You know that big dopey dog who stumbles around yelping nonsense and making kids laugh. My usual spot was Main Street, USA, where I'd entertain crowds, pose for photos, and keep the mood light. The shifts weren't bad. The pay was decent. And most of the kids were sweet. Most. One of the weirdest things about being a silent performer, you hear everything. Guests forget you're a real person inside that suit. They spill their secrets, argue with their spouses, complain about the heat right in front of you like you're part of the scenery. Most of it was harmless. A mom griping about her husband spending too much on souvenirs. A teen whining about waiting in line. But sometimes, you'd catch something darker. A few weeks into the job, a little boy, maybe 6 or 7, walked up for a photo. I gave him my usual goofy wave. Did a little dance, expecting him to giggle and pose. But instead, he just stared. Then, in a voice so quiet I almost missed it, he whispered, "I think someone's trying to hurt me." I froze. My training sure as hell didn't cover this. His parents, or who I assumed were his parents, were a few feet away, distracted by their phones. What was I supposed to do? Break character? Grab security? I forced a chuckle, snapped the photo, and watched as the adults tugged him away without a second glance. But the way he looked back at me, pleading, like he knew I could have helped, it made my stomach twist. I should have done something right then, but I hesitated. By the time I snapped out of it, they were gone, swallowed by the crowd. I couldn't shake the feeling that I just failed that kid. So I took my break early and called my supervisor, Sal, over in Animal Kingdom. "Sal, I think something's really wrong," I stammered, explaining what happened. He sighed like I was overreacting. "I'll look into it," he said. Look into it? That kid could be in real danger. And Sal was treating it like a misplaced wallet. I couldn't wait around for bureaucracy, so I went straight to security near Main Street. The officer on duty barely looked up from his desk. "What time did this happen?" "About 3:30, I said. They pulled up the park cameras, fast-forwarding until I pointed at the screen. "That's him, that's the... At least they were still in the park, that was something. But the security guy just shrugged. "They're just walking around, going on ride, doesn't look suspicious." Then Sal called back, "No missing kid report. Probably just a misunderstanding." A misunderstanding? The kid had blood on his sleeve when he whispered to me. I saw it, but they weren't listening. I memorized their last location, Jungle Cruise, and pretended to drop it. "Alright, thanks anyway." But I wasn't done. I rushed back to the dressing room, suited up again, and headed straight for the ride. If they wouldn't take me seriously, I'd find the kid myself. Yeah, I'd probably get fired for ditching my post, but I didn't care. At the Jungle Cruise, I asked the ride operator if a family matching their description had boarded recently. He gave me a "are you kidding me" look, but humored me. When he recalled the boats, my stomach dropped. One of them had blood smeared on the seat. They must have gotten off mid-ride. There were emergency exits all along the cruise, easy to slip away if you knew where to look. I didn't wait for permission. I started the ride myself, scanning the fake jungle for any sign of them. Then my radio crackled. Sal's voice, furious. "Get back here now or you're fired." At the same moment, I heard it. A muffled scream. I looked up and saw them. The boy struggling in a woman's grip. A man beside them, gripping something shiny. A knife. "Hey," I shouted, leaping off the boat. They spun, stunned, as I crashed through the fake foliage. When they realized I was the same Goofy from before, the man pressed the blade to the kid's throat. "One more step and he's dead," he hissed. The boy's arms were already nicked with shallow cuts. My mind raced. Then I remembered. The elephant animatronic. I took a step back. The kidnapper smirked, thinking I was backing down. Then, wham! The mechanical elephant's trunk swung out, smacking him square in the face. I lunged, grabbing the kid as the man stumbled, right into the path of an oncoming boat. The crunch was sickening. The woman screamed, but security was already closing in. Turns out they had been watching the cameras, just not fast enough. Later, the cops confirmed the parents were kidnappers who targeted the family days earlier, planning to ransom the boy. The blood, a warning to keep him quiet. Happy ending for the kid. For me, fired. Insubordination. So yeah, my summer at Disney wasn't exactly magical. But I'd do it all again if it meant saving that kid. Even if Mickey himself wouldn't give me a damn reference. I was a Disney mascot performer.
Bismillah, Allah Akbar.
911, what's your emergency?
Okay, B! Please, B, I need this! My mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad. I want to help her out.
Speed, I'm watching the stream while you try not to laugh, bro. That's disrespectful, bro.
The way you move, the way you feel.
One kiss is all it takes.
Falling in love with me.
What?
What's up, Juju?
Guess what?
What's up? You got $1 million?
Guess what?
What's up? Tell me.
Guess what?
What's up?
Guess what?
What?
I'm gay!
Why do you keep saying kiss, bro? Oh, you want a kiss? No, I don't want a kiss, bro. You sure? No. Bro, come on, bro. Stop doing that, bro.
What? I'm not doing nothing.
I'm not with that gay shit, bro.
Is mala? Allah?
Donut. Broccoli.
She was a fairy.
Just their chances to go out there and compete this season.
Well, I mean, the expectation.
Hi, besties. Okay, so real quick, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it already. There is.
Do y'all think I'm handsome or cute?
You're cute. No, he's cute.
No, be honest.
He's got a cute little face, you know.
Alright, I got a question.
What about me?
Is that Speed?
It is.
Is that fucking Speed? I saw your dick. I saw your dick when you went on.
Donut.
Broccoli.
What's something a teacher did that made students lose respect instantly? My senior year, we had this AP English teacher, Mrs. Keller, who everyone thought was a genius. She'd brag about her PhD and how she'd written the book on teaching literature. She meant that literally. She'd self-published this thick textbook and made every student in her class buy it for $40. No used copies allowed. She claimed it was revolutionary and 10 years ahead of any other material out there. At first, I thought she was just a little full of herself, but mostly harmless. She always acted like she was above the school system. Whenever other teachers passed her in the hall, she'd give them this smug little smile, like she knew something they didn't. Most students still respected her, though, probably because they believed she could open doors for them. She always reminded us that her letters of recommendation carried serious weight. "I get students into the Ivy League every year," she'd say. "Don't waste my time unless you're aiming high." Then test season rolled around, and that's when things started to feel wrong. She began offering these private prep sessions after school, but only for a select group of students. It wasn't based on grades or effort. The invites were quietly extended to students whose parents were on the school board, or the ones who gave her luxury chocolates and gift cards during holidays. Everyone else, we were told to study independently and stick to the book. My friend Carlos was suspicious and decided to sneak into one of the sessions, pretending he was returning a borrowed novel. Later at lunch, he sat down across from me and looked genuinely rattled. "Dude," he whispered, "she's giving them the actual AP questions." I thought he was messing with me until he showed me his phone. He'd taken photos of the handouts she passed out. The questions weren't just similar. They were exact matches from previously released exams, right down to the punctuation, and some weren't even publicly available yet. We didn't know what to do. Mrs. Keller was powerful. Everyone knew she could blacklist you if she wanted to. She even joked once that she had the power to tank college dreams. But after the scores came out, it was undeniable. Every single one of her hand-picked students scored a perfect 5. And meanwhile, kids who were always at the top of the class, people who never got anything below an A, ended up with 3s. Carlos and I talked it over for days before sending an anonymous email to the college board. We attached all the photos and wrote everything down. Honestly, we didn't think anything would happen, but 2 weeks later, everything blew up. A pair of investigators in suits walked into our school without warning. They went straight into Mrs. Keller's room during second period and shut the door behind them. Rumors spread instantly. No one could focus the rest of the day. Turns out, they found 5 full years' worth of stolen AP exams in her desk. Some were photocopies, others were actual test booklets. She'd been hoarding them and using them to spoon-feed answers to her favorites. It didn't stop there. They also looked into that textbook she made us buy. Turned out, it was just copy-pasted material from multiple test prep companies. Whole chapters were plagiarized. Nothing was her original work. The school tried to keep it quiet at first, but when the college board officially invalidated everyone's scores, the story got out, and it got ugly. 3 students lost scholarships because of it. Didn't matter that they weren't involved. Their scores were wiped. Gone. Last I heard, Mrs. Keller's working for some shady for-profit online school with no accreditation. She disappeared from the district like she was never there. But what she left behind, broken trust, damaged futures that didn't just vanish. What's something a teacher did that made students lose
Here's how I made a worthless artwork that's valued at billions. Pennies are worth 1 cent, and I used 25,000 pennies, so I'm making a $250 artwork. But pennies may be going away forever. The government wants to stop making them because it takes 3.7 cents to make a penny. So I have a $925 artwork. But a pile of 25,000 pennies has to have some extra rare pennies. If there's the rare 1943 D bronze wheat penny, we have a $2.3 million artwork. Though pennies are made out of zinc and copper, and based on the total amounts of those metals I have here, it's just a $189.42 artwork. Except that it's an artwork. I bet I could get a collector to buy it. This could be a $5,000 artwork. Except plenty of collectors would hate it and not pay a penny. I am making a $0 artwork. Except an artwork can be valuable because of the artist that made it. And all of you following me combined makes 8.2 million people, which could make the argument that this is a $10,000 artwork. Plus you all are watching this video about the artwork, giving it validation and jacking up its value. The more successful this video is, the more my worthless sculpture is worth a ton of money. It's now your fault this artwork is worth billions. Here's how I made a worthless artwork that's valued at billions. Pennies are worth 1 cent, and
The pepperoni pizza's been eaten. How is that possible? It started with pizza. On pizza days, this cafeteria made only like 30 slices of pepperoni pizza. And when it was gone, it was gone. No backup, no mercy. And there was this one kid, let's call him Darren. He lived for that pizza. Yo, I live for that pizza. He would sprint to lunch every single pizza day just to make sure he gets it. Oh, yes. But one pizza day, he got to lunch a little late. And when he got to the front of the line, it's gone? Oh, man. Just cheese left. He was mad, but he held it in. The next pizza day, he left for lunch even earlier. He was jogging to the cafeteria, practically. I'm gonna get it this time. And again, gone. 2 pizza days in a row gone before he even got there. On the next pizza day, just as the lunch bell was ringing, the fire alarm went off. The whole school evacuated. They were pretty sure it was a standard fire drill. It took about 30 minutes to clear. All right, single file line, everybody out of the school, just to drill. Come on. Now, like I said, this happened right before lunch even started. But when they came back in, the lunch ladies noticed that somebody ate the pepperoni pizza. How was that possible? The pepperoni tray was supposed to be sealed. The full pan, it was half gone. Well, they were obviously super curious as to where this pizza went, so they checked the cameras. Darren, in the cafeteria alone, helping himself to a tray of pepperoni while the entire school was outside. The footage had a timestamp, 12:02. That's 2 minutes after the fire alarm went off. He was suspended on the spot, and there were rumors about legal charges. But nobody knows what really happened because the kid actually never came back to that school. All we know is Darren got his pizza. But at what?
Rick, how was school? Great.
I bet. I'd like school too if I never had to go to class.
We got a call from your principal. You haven't been going to any classes? Come on, Brick. Lick all the windshields you want, but go to class.
What are you talking about?
Look, here's the deal. You can be quirky or irresponsible, but you gotta pick one.
I have been going to class.
Are you lying?
No.
Are you just in so deep you feel like you can't get out of the lie?
He's not doing his tell. Say I've been going to class.
I've been going to class.
Say I like sports.
I like sports. I'm lying. I swear I've been going to classes. Look, here's all the homework I've been doing. And here's my Spanish test.
You got an A- on this.
It's one of my favorite classes. Now, can I please go do my homework? Or as Senior Frederick says, ¿Puedo ir, por favor, terminar mi tarea ahora?
I can't believe this. I cannot believe that principal had the nerve to call us in and treat us like that.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you. My husband and I would just like to say, the next time you accuse a student of something, you might want to get your facts straight first.
Is there a problem?
Yes, there is a problem. You made us doubt our son. Because of your accusations, we broke that sacred bond of trust that we hold so dear. The fact is, Brick has been going to class. We've seen his homework. He even got an A- on his Spanish test.
Go ahead, Brick. Hit her with some Spanish.
Me llamo Brick.
What does that mean?
My name is Brick.
Boom, his name is Brick.
The bottom line is, you called us in here and made us feel crappy about ourselves. And that's wrong. We are good parents, and we know what's going on with our son. So, rather than judging us, you might want to spend a little time looking at yourself, because apparently you don't even know what's going on with your own teachers in your own school.
I'm very sorry, but all of Brick's teachers said he hasn't been attending classes. Miss Henderson, Miss Kimball, Mr. Purdy. Oh, who are they?
Brick, how was school? Great.
Can we build the perfect anime family just once? Of course. Alright, here we go. We have mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, husband, child, and pet. Minato is my dad. Very solid choice. You cannot go wrong with Minato in any position. Mom, brother, sister, aunt. Who is this uncle? Wrong. I have no idea who that is. Natsu Tama. I'll take Tama as my pet. Child. Levi as my uncle. I'm leaning towards that. I'm trying to be logic about it, but my personal feeling is Levi. Levi's my uncle. If I can't marry you, I want to be related to you. You know what I'm saying? Erza's my mom. Marrying Minato. Would that make sense? Sure. Why not? Why not? Power couple. Yes! I did not think about the family dynamics, but it's done. It is what it is. Tanjiro is my brother, could be good. Yoriuchi is my sister, could be good. Don't really care about my aunt. You don't deserve Levi. I'll save Levi's bride later. Tanjiro is my brother. Solid choice. So I don't really want Nina as my sister for certain reasons, so I'm gonna marry Levi with Hinata. So just give me a solid sister. She's gonna throw the family dynamics off, isn't she? Okay, it worked out. Okay.
I was in New York City recently while I was...
Yo. What? Just like... Okay, yeah.
About a year ago, I said 3 random words during a live stream, and it changed my channel forever. I had just decided to drop out of college to do YouTube full time, and because of that, I had a lot of extra free time. Sure, I was grinding my channel and everything else, but I was also playing a lot of Fortnite, because that's when they brought back the OG map. And when it was announced there was gonna be a live event to end the season, on a whim, I said, sure, I'll stream it. And during the live event, I said the 3 words that would change my channel. Use code PAIR. The very next day, I woke up to 500 people who used the code, and in the following weeks, it just became a massive meme on my channel. People have made their usernames use code PAIR. You guys have made other YouTubers say use code PAIR.
Use PAIR in the Fortnite item shop? Honestly, sure.
Thank you, AlphaRad. And even YouTubes put it as the signature line on my plushie page. I want to be open when I say this. People using code PAIR in the Fortnite item shop may have started as a joke, but because code PAIR has been used over 100,000 times this year, it's genuinely helped me so much. So as Fortnite brings its OG map back again, I offer you, if code PAIR gets used 250,000 times in Fortnite, then I will put use code PAIR on a billboard in Times Square, New York. Also, you gotta put the code back in every 14 days because it goes away. Thank you. About a year.
Why are you here, Enter, please? Because I really want to disturb your mind. Good. Let's do this. If you blink, you might miss it. Huh? Should I tell you I did it? I will wear with this reflective jumpsuit. Why are you...
Actually redone this a couple of times, but my name is Jeremy Hopper, and it's nice to meet y'all, to anyone who sees this. But, I'm the last member of my family left. There ain't nobody else. They passed away. I'm 27. My mama died before she was even 40. My baby brother and baby sister both passed away as infants. And today I realized that if anything were to happen to me today, not a single person on this earth would know I was gone. And I truly doubt anyone would care. I want some record that I existed, that I was here.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh! Oh!
Woohoo! No! Are you using your glasses for snuggling?
But the avatar looks just like you.
I'm afraid wives don't make passes at husbands in those classes.
I'm really sorry, and...
Here's your breakfast.
Only 5 pancakes? You're trying to kill me! Look, honey, I know these glasses are a radical new technology and should be worn in moderation. I'm giving them up to whoever dares take them.
Yoink! For once, I'm grabbing the goodie.
So the rumors are true. Moms can want things.
Okay, let's see what...
A package marked Return to Sender. My neighbor is one of those wannabe YouTube personalities. Over the years, I've seen him snort cinnamon, lie on the hood of his car as it rolled down the driveway, and scream epic win or epic fail over basically nothing. It got exhausting. So when he knocked on my door, said he'd be away for a few weeks, and asked me to get his mail, it was honestly a relief. I wouldn't have to brace myself for another one of his stunts bleeding over into my life. Things were quiet for the first few days. He got the usual junk, bills, spam, a card or two. Then one evening, I came home to find a large cardboard box on his porch. It had Return to Sender scrawled in red across the top. I'm not a small person, but the thing was heavy. I managed to drag it across the street to my place, but there was no way I was getting it up the stairs. I decided to stash it in my garage. My car doesn't go in there. The garage door barely works, and it's easier to just leave the car in the driveway. I should have set the box down while wrestling with the door, but I had a good grip and didn't want to lose it. On the third kick, I lost control. The box slipped and hit the ground. I heard a crack from inside. Shit! Hoping I hadn't broken anything important, I shrugged it off. I'd let my neighbor assume it happened in transit. I got the door open, dragged the box into the corner, and forgot about it. That is, until the smell started. At first, I thought a skunk had died under the house. It was that same sickly sweet funk, but instead of fading, it got stronger. Eventually, I traced it to the garage. The second I opened the door, the stench hit me like a wall. The only thing new in there was that box. I figured it was spoiled meat, some subscription box left to rot. The bottom had gone soggy, which meant I couldn't just drag it back out, or I'd end up repainting the garage floor in meat juice. I'd have to open it and clean it out in pieces. Dreading the task, I grabbed scissors and gloves and got to work. The tape sliced easily, but as I pulled open the flaps, a wave of heat and rot slammed into me. It wasn't just bad, it was evil. Piss, sweat, decay, something beyond rancid. I gagged, stumbled back, and ran outside for air. The stink clung to me. 3 showers, a change of clothes, and an entire can of air freshener later, I could still smell it. The box had to go. I re-entered the garage with gloves, a garbage bag, and a clothespin over my nose. But once I opened it fully, I realized I wasn't going to be bagging meat. Inside was my neighbor, dead. Not dismembered, just dead, still curled up like he'd fallen asleep. I backed out and called the cops. They brought me in, naturally. Hard not to suspect the guy harboring a corpse in his garage, but they cleared me quickly. My DNA was all over the box. The stench had permeated my house, but they found one thing that proved I hadn't done it. A vlogging camera, clenched in his cold, stiff hands. The detectives showed me the footage once. I don't know if they were allowed to or if they just felt bad for me, but they let me watch it. He was crouched in the box, grinning, filming a mail myself across state lines challenge. He had food, water, flashlights, even a pillow. His friend, someone I'd seen helping him film before, closed the lid, and I assume dropped him off at a shipping facility. The footage continued over what must have been hours, maybe days, short clips. Think I'm in a truck now. Warehouse maybe. Still warm. Still have food. Then, darkness, a sudden shake.
What? Is Josiah not coming over? Oh no.
And a final crash. The box must have toppled. He let out a gasp and the phone fell sideways. He didn't make another sound. The camera kept recording until the battery died. But here's the part I didn't tell the police. Right after that final crash, right before the footage cut out, I heard something else. A familiar screech. The unmistakable sound of my garage door opening. A package marked Return to Sender. My neighbor is one of those wannabe YouTube personalities. Over the years, I've seen him snort cinnamon, lie on the hood of his car as it rolled down the driveway, and scream epic.
I need you to kidnap my children.
Okay, so what am I supposed to be looking at?
Just wait for it. Okay, here he comes.
What's going on?
I'm just trying to prove a point.
Hell, who is that?
It's just Stu from our office.
You guys want to go for a ride?
And is he abducting our kids? This is crazy.
Why? Are you worried they might get in?
We can go to the, carnival. You like carnivals?
We're not allowed to talk to strangers.
Run, boys.
So, why don't you boys get in the car?
Run away. Run.
Get in the car and I'll give you some candy.
Yeah, candy!
Why aren't they running away?
Well?
This is not the time to be smug. Clearly our sons are idiots.
Okay. Jeez, everyone share.
Hi.
Hi.
Ow! Oh my God!
Ow!
Run, kids, run!
No, you don't! You pervert! Oh no, you're not going anywhere!
I need you to kidnap my children.
What's your biggest fear?
Ever since I watched that It film, I'm scared of clowns.
Oh, okay. Have a good day. 3, 2, 1, jump!
Hey there, Ethan.
Mother, my brother.
What's your biggest fear?
Mother, my brother, and I have a request for dinner.
Out with it then?
The delegation has come to a verdict. We would like Olive Garden for dinner.
Olive Garden? What an audacious request.
We will also take McDonald's as a compensatory selection.
Do you have the treasury for your demands?
Are you asking if I have McDonald's money?
Perhaps.
Mother, please. My brother and I have been eternally faithful to this house. We will use your funds for the Olive Garden campaign.
I expect you're aware of the leftover spaghetti in the fridge.
Yes, I am. Now would be a good time to mention I got an A on my algebra test.
How convenient. Now, tell me, when did you receive this A?
Last month.
A month ago. You waited 4 whole weeks to tell me of this victory so you could leverage it for Olive Garden? Do you see me as cattle for you to milk whenever you grow thirsty?
You said we could choose what we wanted, and this is our decision.
Answer the question, boy. Am I Midas? Am I made of gold?
I will rake the leaves, and I'll vacuum all the floors. Mother, please, just hear our cries.
Does he speak for you?
My brother is out of line, yes. I wanted McDonald's, but his ambition convinced me to take up arms in his crusade.
So you're both greedy. I have raised seagulls.
I am no seagull.
Get the spaghetti out the fridge.
Mother! Liar! Brother! You witch! You'll rule this day! Mother, my brother, and I.
Ooh, another girl over? Dad, it's not what it looks like. My grandkids will look good. Dad, I'm gay. Bestie, you are? Yes, I knew it! You're not mad? I can't wait to use your gay powers for my benefit! Mr. Dong, your son is in a lot of trouble right now. I only punched him because he called me a slur. That's not an excuse. You're facing suspension. Hi, this is CNN. How can I help you? My son just got suspended because he's gay. Oh, that's a viral news story. I'll get my crew to come down there. Wait, no, your son's free to go. Please don't sue me. So why do you think you'd be a good fit for us? Well, I have a 4.5 GPA. I invented rice. That's great and all, but we need more of the other minorities here. And I'm gay. Wait, really? Say excuse me. Excuse me? Welcome to Harvard! Son, I got the lawsuit money! Son? Mr. Dung, no, he was just curious on what it felt like. You finally did it! Thanks, Dad, for going along with it. You were playing the long game? That's my boy! Hey, son! Ooh, another girl over? Dad, it's not what it looks like. My grandkids will look good. Dad, I'm gay. Bestie, you are...
Hey, we're there. Just nod when you see one. Kristen, it's okay. She can't hurt you now. You just love that beautiful hair, don't you, sweetie?
They tried to get it all out, but I heard the janitor ended up having to cut off all her hair with a hedge trimmer.
Really? That's terrible. People can be so cruel.
Oh, but you know what the best part is? Now Dylan's available. No, get out!
Mom, what are you doing here?
Oh my God.
Mom, it's baby!
It's you!
Hello?
This is the Edgewood Hotel. I'm calling to verify a room with a queen-size bed for tonight.
I'm sorry, there must be some mistake.
The reservation was made by Heidi Kaczynski. She also requested a bottle of champagne and the romance package.
I think you better cancel that reservation. Heidi, get in here this minute!
Dad, what is so important?
You and Scott got a hotel room for tonight?
What? I didn't do anything. I was in my room getting ready for the dance. What's this?
Oh my God.
That is not mine.
You and Scott are through!
I hate you. I hate both of you.
Anywhere there. Just nod when you see one. Kristen, it's okay. She can't.
Hey, let's see which way's faster.
Alright, I'll go that way.
Alright, I'll go this way. Hey, just make sure you walk normally.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, let's see which way's faster.
Alright, I'll go that way.
Alright, I'll go this way. Hey, just make sure you walk normally.
Yeah, of course.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Oak Street.
Oh, okay. What you want to do is turn left at the sign. Go 3 blocks, veer right, then make the second left.
Thanks.
Hey, I got a history test coming up. Who was Abraham Lincoln's vice president?
Actually, he had 2. Hannibal Hamlin, then Andrew Johnson, who became president after Lincoln was assassinated.
Sweet, thanks.
Tell your friends!
But this being America, in times of tragedy, there's always someone making a buck off of it.
So to get the full cardio benefit at your age and weight, your target heart rate should be 137 for about 20 minutes. IU has about 32,000 undergrads, while Notre Dame only has 8.
Thanks.
Hi, I have the information for you about Tupperware. If you want to call me back, I'll be here till 5. Then I have to take a bath.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Oak Street.
Oh, okay. What you want to do is turn left at the sign. Go 3 blocks, veer right, then make the second left.
Yo, dude, look, it's a rare item.
Oh, yo. Oh, you thought you could trick me, huh? As you can see here, this is a landmine, so I know how to deal with this stuff. So
Oh, no.
these pants, so I just gotta keep it pressurized by putting it like this.
Jesus. Who gave this baby so much candy? It's gotta be unhealthy. Maybe I should take some. Oh, Hank, you got a king-size Kit Kat, huh? I don't think you'll be needing that. God damn, why you got so much grip strength? The fuck? You can talk?
What's up, son?
Oh, bitch tits here was trying to steal my candy. What? No.
You think just because he looks like a baby you can just steal his candy, huh?
Well, I mean, shit, man. How am I supposed to know? Look at him. That tubby little bastard looks like he just popped out the womb. Solid 7 pounds, 6 ounces of arm fat and boogers. You son of a... You cockeyed cricket. How old is he?
16.
Son of a bitch. You know, you gotta put a sign on him.
Like what?
I don't know. I'm not a baby. I'm a hidden Hasbula. Oh, that's it. Get over here.
Oh, he's chasing me. Oh, he's chasing me. Don't waddle too hard, you baby back bitch. Get him, son. Bite his ankles.
Jesus. Who gave this baby so much candy? It's gotta be unhealthy. Maybe I should take some. Oh, Hank, you got a king-size Kit Kat, huh? I don't think you'll be needing that.
Life sucks. I hate everything. Nothing goes right. Life is pointless. Nothing means anything, and anything means nothing.
Dog, are you okay?
Okay. Reverse those 2 letters. That's what I want someone to do to me right now.
K-O. Knockout. Why do you want somebody to knock you out?
I went to sleep last night.
What's the problem with that?
I woke up and I was still breathing.
All right, bro. That's enough. You got to get out of this slump. This is ridiculous.
No, life sucks, so there's no point of making anything of it.
What's wrong with life?
I'm still in it.
That was so depressing.
What? Why? No, Mom, you gotta tell me.
My flower died.
Lucky flower.
You know what, bro? You need to take this towel off, fix your posture, and start doing something with your life, dog. Get up.
You're right. I feel like I could do anything right now.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
I could run a marathon. I could solve world hunger.
Okay, now we're talking.
I could get rid of the world's biggest problem.
Cancer.
Melanin.
You mean melatonin.
You heard what I said. I finally realized that this is a sickness, something that needs to be taken out of this world.
You're starting to sound like a My Hero Academia villain.
These hoodlums, these gangsters.
Moi j'aime pas gitane. Et c'est pas gitane. Quand je joue de la guitare, il enlève mon capable.
What do we have here?
A piece of heat shield off the Apollo 11 space capsule.
That's seriously cool.
The least I'll take is $500,000 because it's from the Apollo mission.
11 years old, we need to start thinking about college expenses.
Let me have someone look at it, though. If it's real, we got some serious money here. So I called in my buddy Mark to see if he could help us out.
Now, the heat shield was one of the most important parts. This is a phenolic resin, is what they call it. This was literally individually injected in each part of the honeycomb. One of the things about the heat shield on the command module, you'll never find holes like this in it. It had to be a solid piece. The other thing is there's no charring. So this is a piece that didn't make it through the atmosphere.
Is it off the Apollo 11 capsule?
This is not off the command module. However, I do believe that it's probably one of the test rockets.
Unfortunately, I couldn't make you an offer.
Still extremely cool, and I still love it.
What do we have here?
A piece of heat shield off the Apollo 11 space capsule.
That's seriously cool.
The least I'll take is $500,000 because it's from the Apollo mission.
11 years old, we need to start thinking about.
Farsi, fuck bagadi, egg bagadi, eggak, di fuck baga, sexy. Give me some.
It really smells like a public restroom. It smells like a public restroom. You know what? No. Well,
You burned my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do?
Bring it around now. Ladies.
Falsi. Fuck my.
One last adjustment. We got it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can you hear the sound of your own voice?
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Oh my god, Dr. Thank you so much. We're so excited. Thanksgiving's in 2 days, and I can call you on your cell phone now, baby, and you can talk to my dad about his head.
Whoa, are you okay? Is that too loud?
No, not too loud. The voice that's annoying. You don't hear that? I have to hear this forever.
Don't be silly, baby.
Oh, there we go again, Doc. You know why this guy's smiling? Because he's probably deaf and he can't hear his wife's voice. Doc, please take it off. Help me, please.
Relax.
Help me.
This is a celebration. Trust me, from one married man to another, you'll get used to it.
I don't believe any word that came out of your mouth.
One last adjustment.
That was the point where we began to become...
What?
Oliver.
Ewan, I'm gonna be home soon, okay?
What the fuck just happened?
Come on.
So this is what bad voice acting sounds like.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
And it doesn't even come close to what I think is the worst voice acting performance of all time. Before that though, we have 5 examples of terrible voice acting and reasons for why they suck. The first being the game 2K15, where some basketball players had to voice themselves.
Talking about making sure I get my touches, yo.
But I think they deserve a pass. They're not really voice actors. Unlike example 2, where this anime chose the worst possible voice for a black guy.
The fuck? You got a fucking problem?
But this still isn't as bad as our third example, Dr. Light from Mega Man 8, where apparently he was only given 1 take, and this is how it turned out.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But it should be noted, sometimes a voice actor can be really good and match a character's personality very well, but just because of one cringy moment, they go viral. This is exactly what happened to our fourth example, the iconic Tidus laughing scene from Final Fantasy X. Now, before the worst voice acting performance of all time, I gotta say, example 5 is pretty unique. And that's because the goal of the entire show was to have bad voice acting. The anime Ghost Stories didn't really do well in Japan, so when it came time to dub it in English, the higher-ups just said, fuck it, do anything you want. And what came from it is probably one of the funniest animes ever made.
Oh, perfect. It's in Japanese. Think
of a big black man chasing you! But this finally brings us to the worst voice actor of all time, and it's actually from One Piece, one of the greatest animes ever made. The English dub actually recently caught up to the anime, but what people may not know is that One Piece has actually been dubbed in English twice. Firstly, by 4Kids, and this is where our culprit is. Most of the voices in the 4Kids One Piece dub are pretty bad to say the least, but by far the worst one is the 4Kids dub of Sanji.
You remember me, right? Any chance you're free Friday?
So this is what bad voice acting sounds like.
One of the most mysterious topics of Gorilla Tag is the Forgotten Space Update. And make sure to stay to the end, because something crazy...
How did you trick your entire high school? Junior year?
When I grow up...
How did you trick your...
When I grow up, I want to be the first person in human history to teleport himself.
I'm sorry, what?
It's already possible to transport quantum information from one location to another.
Even if you could build the thing, which you can.
I've already built it in my garage. You might want to cover your ears. Don't blow up.
Mr. Richards. What is this?
It's a teleporter. Me and my associate Ben have been working on it every day since 5th grade when we launched the beta version in my garage. Hey, I just need to use this for 1 second, but I'll get it back, I promise. Thing. Ben, you may want to cover your ears. Great. Now, Ben, bring it on back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have your attention, please. What you're looking at is sand, presumably from the Gansu Desert in China. Yeah.
You're disqualified.
Wait, what?
I don't see any real science here. And you're paying for the backboard.
When grow up, I want to be the
Life is a wonder.
You'll never know the answer.
Nature's a miracle.
Natural disasters.
It's good to be alive.
You could wake up with cancer.
But I'm healthy.
Healthy people still get cancer.
I love this show.
It's the last episode.
You can start by cleaning the garden. Wait.
Huh?
Yeah. There you go.
Excuse me, we're done.
This is the Mr. Robinson head-shaped leaf.
Can we keep it?
No. You slackers forgot to cut the grass. You gotta use nail clippers.
Done!
What the? All right, goons. Paint this fence blue. That'll teach him to mess with Gaylord Robinson.
Done!
Now make it green.
Done!
Orange with purple stripes.
Done!
Yellow with black dots.
Done!
Pink.
Done!
Red.
Done!
Blue.
Done!
Black.
Done!
Yellow.
Done!
Ah! Now, there's a stain on this rug.
Where?
There. I mean, there. Oh, give me that. Huh? What? Now you're scaring me.
I'm sure Mr. Robinson needs more help. I can feel he needs us.
Go away! Why are you trying so hard to help me? There's nothing left for you to do!
We could clean your new car.
A new way!
We could clean Mrs. Robinson.
All right, clean the car. You can start by cleaning the garden. Wait!
Huh?
Yeah!
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Congratulations, you're our next contestant.
What the?
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Gazillionaire. Let's go, Minesweeper again.
2, 3. Okay. 6. 1.
Okay.
Okay.
You're getting there.
I'll go to 3. Now I'll go to 5.
Oh shit, you're halfway there.
I said 5, there was 4 in it, so I'll go 6. I'll go number 1.
Oh, you're almost there. Focus. I believe in you.
I'll go number 3.
Okay.
Now I'll go to 6.
Yo, you're 5 away.
Now I'll go to 2.
The odds are in your favor. This is your mom spaghetti moment. What are we doing?
Number 4.
Coming!
Number 6. Number 1.
Oh!
I'm sorry, sir.
I forgive you. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Friends forever? Always. Hey, Brett. See you when I see you.
So, yeah, that was the end of the endless summer. As time went on, the Treehouse Boys saw less and less of each other.
Do you guys hear that? Brett, is that your voice?
Are you outroing us right now?
I don't know what's going on.
As for Will,
Me?
he ended up in the wrong crowd. He was never seen again.
What the fuck, Brett? I die? I don't know. I'm not controlling this.
His death was a relief, as Will never found out I slept with his girlfriend that summer.
You slept with Katie? No, shut the fuck up, me.
As for Sam,
oh God,
he went on to marry Shelley Springfield.
Hell yeah!
Before dying in a brutal motorcycle accident.
Oh, fuck!
Jesus, gonna kill Sam off like that?
Maybe it gets better.
Shelley insisted on an open casket. To this day, I still can't eat ground beef.
I saved you from that junkyard dog, and this is how you repay me? Maybe if I'd been included in the gang from the start, I would have outroed you better.
And then there was Hayden.
No, Brett, please, that was good.
He went on to turn his woodworking passion into $1 million business.
Thank God.
Thank you.
However, one day a saw blade came loose. Split him right in two.
Fuck!
They say he would have bled out had the dogs not got to him first.
Jesus Christ, Brett. I mean, that's...
As for Orion,
I swear to God, Brett.
he went on to become a decorated soldier in the war against Canada.
What?
Go to war with Canada?
I don't know, man.
But my Meemaw lives in Vancouver.
Hayden's grandmother was blown to shreds from a grenade thrown by Orion.
You bastard! I was just following orders. Okay, relax. It sounds like it finally stopped.
Oh, no, you just moved on to text blurbs.
Why do you get a good ending? Because I'm the narrator. It's always good for the narrator.
All right.
Don't look down. Is it bad? Tell me, is it bad?
That's boy. God damn. Maybe you escaped. No, clearly I never felt welcome because I would have given you better fates. Which brings me to Whiskers. He was jailed for war against Canada.
Classic.
Friends forever.
Can you find me in these 3
Where's this dog I keep hearing so much about? Oh, he's right here. That's a grown-ass man. Yeah, he's a little old, but hey, who said you can't teach old dogs new tricks? Ready? Watch this. Speak. What's up, bro? Good boy. Yeah, he just spoke English. That's an actual human being. Yeah, I guess he kind of does have like that human-like personality. Because it's a fucking dude. I feel like we're drastically overlooking the fact that this is just a guy on all fours that you keep in your house, or? He's actually a rescue. Did I mention that? What does that even mean in this context? It's a shame. I found him out wandering the streets all by himself one night, so I took him in. I was walking to class one day and he just grabbed me. Okay, what's your name, dude? I call him Snowball. It's actually Dennis. Okay, so this is like some type of kink thing. No, dude, he genuinely thinks I'm a dog. Okay, even then, why are you going along with this? Free rent, free food. Still, dude, that can't be. 401k matching, pension plan, dental coverage. You get dental coverage? Let me tell you, my canines have never looked so good, huh? Meow. Daddy's little kitten. Okay, fuck that. Where's this dog I keep hearing so much about? Oh,
give me the money. Now.
Wait, hurry up! Okay. Don't shoot me. Come on, man.
Boy, you don't even want to do that. $12, that's all y'all got in there?
Doc just went to the bank.
Next time, y'all better have more than $12 in there. I'm not playing, man. And you better not tell nobody you just got robbed by Malvo.
Sorry, Doc. I was got hit with a bamboo stick, but he took it.
Look, it's not your fault. He had a gun. I'd much rather you get robbed than shot. Hey, Malvo. Hey, Doc. They let you out again? Yeah, I got time off for good behavior. Man, I heard y'all got robbed. Yeah. So who's this? That's my helper, Chris. Chris saw who did it, huh?
I didn't really get a good look at the guy.
You must have been scared, huh? I'll let y'all know if I hear anything, because, I'm in the streets. I'll see you later, Chris. We need to talk right now.
What's wrong?
We went through a whole mugshot book with that officer, and you couldn't find anybody who even looked like the guy.
Maybe he's not in the book.
Chris, are you lying to me?
No. Why would I need to lie?
I don't know. But every time I ask you a question, you're looking east and west like you're waiting for a train. Now, Chris, if you're in trouble, it's okay to ask for help.
I'm not in trouble.
And can you look me in the eye and tell me you don't know who robbed my store?
No.
You're fired, Chris.
Doc, can I talk to you for a minute? I'm sorry for not telling you who robbed the store. I was scared.
And you're not scared now?
I want my job back.
So who was it then?
It was Malvo.
Malvo?
Man, would you be quiet?
Come inside, boy. Now, why didn't you say so?
Because he's showing his gun to me and he threatened to kill me.
Exactly my point. Don't worry, you can have your job back.
What are you doing?
Calling the police.
Freeze!
Don't move. You set me up, boy. Chris, when I get out, I'm coming after you. Y-O-O.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
She's always got me looking. She's on my I can't believe I say we pack and bucket, cause we're just meant to be. She says she loves the islands. Turn around, I see you shining. Now I need you by my side. She's always got me.
I was the last of Mama's 9 puppies. The last to eat from Mama, the last to open my eyes. The last to learn to drink milk from a saucer, the last one into the doghouse at night. I was the last puppy. One day Mama's owner put up a sign, puppies for sale. Oh, you're the last one to get sold. The next day a little girl came and took one of us away. That night I couldn't sleep very well. I kept wondering, when will my turn come? Will I be the last puppy again? Soon there were just 3 of us left. Then 2. Then just me, the last puppy. Oh no. But one day my turn came too. Big hands picked me up and gave me to a little boy. We got into a car and drove away. The little boy held me on his lap. He put his face down to mine and I licked him on the nose. Okay, this is nice. He laughed and said, "You know what? You're my first puppy." Beautiful. Beautiful. I was the last of Mama's.
Why is there a gun on the wall?
What do you mean? We've always had a gun. This is a Futterman house.
When did you get that classy wall mount?
That's the same one your grandpa put up. I just gave it a little oil.
Grandpa was a gun guy.
Hard not to be after those hooligans broke in here the night of the moon landing. You know that story. 3 of them. I'll never forget their faces. Anyway, right after that, Grandpa went out and got the old Ithaca 37. Thank God we never had to use it. I'm not even sure how it works. Hope it's not loaded.
Hey, we better get going. Lamar, how long is it gonna take to get to Santa Monica Pier?
The traffic is moderate, so I'm estimating 40 minutes.
Okay, thanks, Lamar.
Honey, you don't have to thank it.
It's not an it, it's Lamar Price.
Hey, Mom, can I see that for just a... Thank you. Black apple?
It's a blapple.
Only old people call it a black apple. You told us that.
Why is there a gun on the wall?
What do you mean? We've always had a gun. This is a Futterman house.
When did you get that classy wall mount?
That's the same one your grandpa put up. I just gave it a little oil.
Grandpa was a gun guy.
Hard not to be after those hooligans broke in here the night of the moon landing. You know that story. 3 of them. I'll never forget their faces.
So in the past 20 minutes, my whole life was just flipped up.
There they are! Me stop! Stop doing it so hard!
Hey guys, it's Ash here with Watch Mojo. Former Hot Springs Inn. So you can imagine all the lewd hijinks he and the other tenants get involved in. All of the show's erotic moments have a built-in alarm bell.
実際、魔王を相手にするより寝る時の方が緊張するしな。
Number 5, Conception. This video game adaptation as well have just slept together. You can't say this show didn't shoot for the stars, that's for sure. Shameless fan service in the industry.
じゃあ、私ともしてくれますか?
Every woman in the entire world now wants Peter to bear their child. The future of humanity rests on his ability to reproduce as fast as possible.
どうか人類を救うために。
Exchange drops a single lady on your doorstep, so the high schooler Kimi